So there's a couple of things that like come up to me there is you okay, there's potentially two ways to look and think about this. You've put a lot of emotional expectation on
Mm,
somebody who you say is actually not capable and
yeah.
has been on
Mm,
delivering that in a relationship, full stop. So there's a level of projection that's happening.
mm,
And if they don't meet your needs, you're left disappointed.
mm,
So there's potentially a pause for reflection
mm,
about your role in it all
yeah.
and bringing a level of awareness to, right, okay, let me just trace this back. I really have this need right now, and the need is heightened because of the wedding and the need for feeling loved and having
Mm,
that maternal interest shown in me where I feel I've got that support.
yeah.
And then there's also this belief system that is, well, this defense mechanism that's springing up saying, well, Holly, you're just not never going to get it, so stop looking for it.
Mm,
And I would also ask you to pause and reflect on what that does to you
mm,
as a woman who has
mm,
who has the capacity and the will and the motivation to actually give unconditional love. What might that belief do to cause a fracture in what you have to give?
mm. I guess there's the risk that if that becomes my sort of fundamental belief, that maybe it manifests into what I can offer, and I this thing that I have that I really want to do then becomes something that I don't do because I've sort of turned it off. Mm. Yeah, there's definitely. I think if you've hit the nail on the head with the like wanting to be loved with that and cared for from that maternal side. I think that's something that I have always searched for my whole life, and I'm a big planner, right, in my like normal day, and I absolutely love planning things to do with my friends, with my fiance, like everything. When it comes to like life admin, I'm on it. I love it. I always hit a wall though where I feel like, hang on a minute, no one's doing anything for me. And then I hit that big wall and I get really, really upset because I'm then like, well, actually, nobody's planned something for me, or I'm always reaching out and I'm doing that. And I think it's not because I love the planning, that brings me a lot of joy, but I think it's that other side where I think maybe the fear is like, if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it because I don't have that. I don't feel like I have that maternal love there and that being cared for. It's not there, and it's a something that I've always wanted, and I don't know how to get it. And I don't. So I'm sort of pushing myself to do a lot of it, which is fine for some of it, but it's there comes a point where I feel like I really need that from outside. Like I can't give that to myself.
It's interesting, and I understand actually on a fundamental level what you mean.
Mm,
That being said, I may have no clue about what you actually mean. Both experience that mother wound so differently.
mm,
And it really is, I feel potentially, and you may have already done this in the work that you've done, with outside with therapy and things, actually getting clear on what you mean.
yeah, that's actually what my fiance said. He was like, "What? Like, don't should you not think about what it is? You look at say other people that have that, and like you don't really know what it is because you haven't experienced it, but you also haven't really you can't really be in someone else's shoes to really see what it's like. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like you don't actually know that it's all it's cracked up to be in some regard, and So he was sort of like, well, maybe you should think about what it is that you actually want, not just this kind of overarching, I want a mum. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what are those things that go into that?
What comes to me, and again, I could be wrong, and I'm kind of overstepping because obviously I know you and coaching, training, so I
Yeah,
don't necessarily do this way with a client potentially because we haven't had all of everything that needs to go on before you go this deep with somebody.
sure.
But what I would say to you is in this context is, do you feel that that wound is I don't belong?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't belong has shown up in every area of my life: work, friendship groups, family, like just everything that I've done. It's sort of been there.
So there are three core wounds that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think it's Carl Rogers. We teach it on Smart, and I'm going to do level 2 in Smart where we work on the core wounds. I'm not lovable,
Mm-hmm.
not worthy, and I don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
And we can have all three, but one is the predominant one. And I completely resonate on a personal level with it, and it still plays
Yeah.
them. So, but the difference is, it's your wound speaking and not reality.